Good.
Okay, we are live. I know. I try. Okay, so we finally started. I'm gonna start right off the bat with my stuff. We didn't introduce Ashley. Ashley is under me on one of my other legs, and Allie's under Ashley. So that's them. So welcome, guys. Sorry we got started too late. I promise next time I will be way better, but that's just how I roll. So I hope you guys can all see me. So thanks for coming. I know it was kind of a trek for a lot of you to come here. We're going to keep like this. We're going to do some at Deidre's house next one. I think it's going to be June 27th. We'll post that in the page. We're going to try to do 2 a month, and we'll go either to Lehigh, which is where Deidre lives, or we'll do here. We'll kind of alternate. So try to get to at least 2 of these every month if you can. And then Michelle and Bren have theirs too. So we have lots of stuff going on for you guys. I promise you, I've been doing this for, gosh, a year and a half now, and I've gone to every training that I can because I feel like you can never stop learning, and you can never stop finding more information, and I think this is really awesome to be able to connect with everybody and be able to like see like you're a real person, like it's not just Facebook, you know. So come to these are super, super important, and I know it's sometimes a sacrifice, especially on a Saturday, to come spend 2 hours and drive home, so I get that, but I appreciate you guys being here because this thing happens of whoever shows up goes up, you know, that is so true, like it really does. You kind of stay connected and you stay, you know, as a group. So we're going to go over a couple things. I'm going over Facebook and social media. You're fine. Don't even worry. Totally have been there. So I totally get it. I know. That's why when I got in a face, there's like, there's a baby, and it's like soothing almost. It's like I'm used to that. Where does that sound coming from? Okay, so Facebook posting, I love to talk about social media because I feel like it's such a great way to connect with people. They have so many ways you guys can connect with people. It's insane. And it's not just about Facebook has changed. Like if you guys have like listened to John Eric before, he talks about how you make it an adventure.
Can you tell a little bit what you're saying who people are? Because we have enough new people that may not know who
John Eric. So John Eric, yes, thank you. So John Eric, he's a new on our corporate team. He's a new adventurer. He's a chief operating adventurer. He worked for Pixar before, and he was actually introduced at conference this last year. He had an amazing, amazing speech given at conference. You guys can YouTube search it. John Eric, It Works Conference, 2015. It was awesome. It was like gave me goosebumps. He just switched how we do Facebook and how we do social media. He's like, make it an adventure. Don't just post like, hey, join my team, or hey, I need people to, be my customers. He's like, post things that people are going to want to go on an adventure on with you. Post, gosh, this is what I get to do because it works, and this is what I'm doing right now, and this is so much fun. He's like, take them on an adventure with you. And I still think about that, and it gives me chills because it's so true. Like how many of us actually want to be sold to on Facebook? Like no one. But if I see a post, I'm like, oh my gosh, Deidre's having so much fun at this rap party. I think that's more gonna make me ask questions than a graphic that says, hey, what customer? It's like all those pre-graphics, which are great. Those graphics are awesome. But I feel like if you're making it personal, if you're making it real, people are going to respond to that and click on that and think about that more than a graphic, than a pre-made graphic that you guys can find on Facebook. So that's who John Eric is, and he is on Periscope. If you guys do not have Periscope, I know I posted it on Diamond Driven. Get Periscope. I make the dumbest videos all the time, but they're so fun, and I get random people that come up. I got a guy from New Jersey that's now a potential distributor because people will randomly join your Periscope videos, and they stay if you're interesting, and if you're not interesting, they can leave. They'll close out of it. But I had a guy that you never know who you're going to meet on Periscope, and now I get to talk to this awesome person about it works because he's never heard of it before, and I just make random videos, and I'll say, oh my gosh, I work from home, and I have this team train. Like last night was midnight at Walmart, and I posted this video, and I'm like, you guys, I don't know what to make for my veggie tray. Help me find my actual line was, what should I put in my veggie tray? it was midnight. And I'm walking around Walmart. I look like a total retard. I'm just because people are still there. All the stalkers are there, putting all the groceries on. And I'm just like, what should I put in my? I'm like, what should I put? And I have all these people. Seriously, they're like, do peppers. I'm like, oh, peppers is a good idea. And I'm talking to myself. And these people are these two guys are like. And I'm like, those are the people that don't you guys, it was so funny. And I'm walking around Walmart talking to my phone, and everyone's like, what the crap is that word? But it was so fun, and I had so many people commenting like, you should do vinegar in there, and people everyone has an opinion, everyone does, and if you ask them their opinion, you're gonna get lots of people. So my periscopes are, what should we do today, or what should I put in my veggie tray, or what is your favorite, ranch or whatever, you know? And people will respond, and they'll pick up on that, and you'll get random people from all over. I had people from Canada. I had a girl from Scotland that I'm now friends with, that I connected with over to Scotland, because she was like, oh yeah, I've got 2 kids. They're like, oh, I have 2 kids too. So you're basically talking to people, but they can't talk back, so you kind of feel weird. But it's so cool. Like, it is so fun. You have people that will respond to you, and you just talk back to them. You say, oh, where from Canada are you? Or, you know, I mean, you just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm random anyways like that, so it works for me. But Periscope is so fun. So you have different ways you can connect with people. So I'm going to go over Facebook.
So you're talking and they're typing?
Yeah. So you're like
and
the video.
People just sitting there
Watching
waiting.
you.
Yeah.
So they'll get notifications, and people will just join. Like people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Periscope. If you find like you can people will join it's like a random chat, like a chat room kind of, but it's like video. So people will join your like chat, your video, and they can just follow you. And sometimes it does feel a little bit creepy. Like you have to be careful of, like, I'm not going to be like posting my girls running around their diapers. You know what I mean? Like you have to be careful what you're posting, obviously. But most of the time it's just me, and we're hanging out outside. I'm like, hey, we're just hanging out. What are you guys doing today? And, you know, Memorial Weekend, what did you guys do? And I have all these people like, we did this, we did that, we did that. And I'm like, I can like talk to people and connect. And then I'll like throw random like, yeah, I work from home, so we're just hanging out. And then I get the question, well, what do you do? I'm like, oh, it's like the easiest blitzing ever. Like I work from home. Or I like, with the other one I said, oh my gosh, I have this wrap that tightens, tones, and firms your skin. It's so crazy. And then I had another person say, well, what's a wrap? So I'm like, oh, let me tell you about it. So then I can like talk to them about it. And it's a really easy way to connect with people. So the basics of Facebook, I know that a lot of you guys are new, and so I want to go over how important Facebook really is. I know that it seems really superficial and kind of annoying if like log into all these different social medias, but that's how we connect with people these days. Like that's how people are connecting right now. And you can start that initial connection with them on Facebook, and then move out of Facebook and go meet them and rep them or call them. But that's like a really great way to make that initial contact. So Brad and Michelle talked about all the time, making a post that's going to make people feel something, not just making a post like, you can be a little customer for $99 or $59, you can get a box of wraps. Make them feel something. Make them feel like, gosh, I would love to feel better about myself, or I would love to get more energy, or maybe I need that confiance. Like, make them feel something. You want to make them feel like something, you know? Obviously, we talk about keeping your dirty laundry. My autocorrect says fiery laundry. It's dirty laundry. It's fiery. Keep your dirty laundry off Facebook, and only because, not that you can't like say stuff, but that's what we're in leader editors for. If you have a bad day, or if you're having something bad that happens, call me, call Marva, Deidre, Allison, call your leaders, call Ashley. Like, call someone that you can vent to, because if you're putting on Facebook, you're a business owner now, and so people are following you as a business. I mean, just as if you were to open up your own spa or open up your own gym, if you were to be posting all of this negative garbage, no one's going to come and give you business, because you're going to be a downer. Oh my gosh, like, you know. So same thing with Facebook. Post positive things. Even if you're having a hard day, post positive things anyways. I promise it's going to help you feel better if you're looking for positive and you're trying to be positive even though you're not feeling so positive. And then don't post about like, I need money, or oh my gosh, I'm so broke. Even if you are broke. I know that we're all starting this to make more money, but don't be posting on Facebook, because you're wanting people to be drawn to you, because there's a potential to make more money, and there's a potential to get wrap cash and get commission. So if you're posting, gosh, I'm so broke and I have no money, you're like, well, obviously whatever she's doing is not working because she's still broke. So even if you are broke, we're not lying to people. It's just, you just need to make sure that you are being positive. And I'm going somewhere. Like, I watched a video last night where he's like, don't talk about where you're at and what you don't have. Talk about where you're going. You know what? I may be broke, but I'm going places. I'm going ruby. I'm going diamond. I'm going to be making money. I'm not in this situation. I posted on Facebook that don't compare yourselves to others. Compare yourself to where you were a year ago. Where were you a year ago before you found it works? For me, I was, completely a different person. We didn't have the extra money. I wasn't diamond. I didn't have this amazing team. So don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to where you were a month ago, or 2 months ago, or 6 months ago, And so posting on Facebook, so 2 times a day, period. That's like basics. Like, post 2 times a day, once in the morning, once at night. Post something that makes people feel stuff. Post positive stuff. I like to post motivational stuff, and then put in your life stuff. People want to follow what you're doing with your life. They want to know what's Ashley doing today on Saturday? Like, what are we doing on a Friday? Like, they want to know what you're doing as well as your It Works stuff. So if you're overloading and doing like 16 It Works posts a day, it's too much. 2 times a day, maybe 3 if you really have something else to say about It Works, but I wouldn't do any more than 2. And then just a really good, really simple, like a good before and after picture, and just like, oh my gosh, like you guys start talking about, look at this, look at these crazy results. These are awesome. Message me. Like, it's something that doesn't have to be really wordy, just something super simple. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe I found this crazy rap thing. You have to message me. You have to try one. You have to get one on. That's it. Like, that's as simple as the posts have to be. Just inspiring, make people feel something. And then another thing I want to talk about is making sure when people go visit your page, if I'm going to go click on Kat's page, I need to see within the first 2 or 3 posts that she's doing It Works. I need to see an It Works post. I need to see greens or confianza, or I need to find an It Works picture. Like, you need to, sometimes Facebook you can get like garbage, like not garbage, okay. You can get, you know, a video and then a really cool meme and then a picture and then a video, and then people will share stuff all the time. And if your page is full of that, like, most people don't, they want to know, they want to hear from you. I mean, I share videos that are funny too, but I'm not sharing it all day. You want to put something on there that people are, I mean, you don't want to overwhelm them. Just like you don't want to overwhelm the It Works stuff, don't overwhelm them with like sharing and posting like all the time, okay? So when I go to your page, and if you want help with this, I will go to your page and give you guys feedback, so message me. But if I go to your page, I need to see within the first couple scrolls that you are doing It Works, that you're an It Works distributor. So your cover photo, something related to It Works, either a team picture or green or something, your Facebook profile picture. When I go down and scroll down your Facebook page, I need to see It Works, because that's what people are doing. They're going to look at you. You don't know they're looking at you, but they're going to look at you. And if they don't see it, they're not going to know that you're an It Works distributor. Like, they just won't know. So another thing that I'd like to do is I like to make a really good It Works post. I'll do a good before and after picture, or I'll post about confianza, and then I go connect with people. It's a trick that Christy DeJesus taught us. So make a really good post, and then go to Ashley's page and go to your friends' pages and like their stuff and comment on their pictures, and go find old pictures and say, oh my gosh, I really like this picture of you. It's so pretty, or your kids are so cute. And like kind of blow up their Facebook page. They're going to go to you and do the same thing, and they're going to see that you have that It Works post on there. So they're going to see right away what you're doing. So that's what I like to do to kind of get people drawn into me. I connect, I go out there and I make intentional connections with people. And I connect, I say, oh my gosh, and I'm genuine. Like, I'm genuinely commenting and complimenting on what they're doing. So go out there and make a good post, and then go out there to like 10 people. Go to 10 people's pages and just like their stuff and comment on their stuff. And they're going to go back and see what you just posted. So that's a trick that I like to use a lot, and I get a lot of good feedback from that. Like I said, stay positive even though you don't want to. I know it's hard. When I have a hard day, I'm probably not on Facebook very much. Like, that's what I like to do. So I feel like I don't want to rant on Facebook. I call Marva or Allison, and then I just leave it. And I try to do my It Works post, and then you probably won't see me on Facebook if I'm having a bad day. So that's just what I do, because I have a hard time, like, being all happy when all these people are all, you know, happy. And I'm like, not happy. So it's hard for me sometimes. So I will usually like kind of back away just a little bit, so I'm not overly like putting negativity out on Facebook. And then just, again, social media is about connecting. So get Periscope, get Instagram, get Facebook, connect with people, post on Facebook, post positive things, post things that people are going to want to, they're going to want to do what you're doing because of how happy you are, how excited you are, and the energy that you're putting out there. That is huge. Like, energy is a huge thing. You guys don't even realize. Like, your energy emits so much back to you. So if your energy is positive and you're happy and, oh my gosh, having the worst day ever, but my kids are so cute. I mean, whatever it is, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that can relate to what you are going through. And so if you're positive and you're just posting like, oh my gosh, had the craziest day ever, but it's okay because people can relate. As long as you're trying to stay positive and upbeat about it, I just try to not be negative. Make sure that people know who you are, what you're doing with It Works. That, I mean, Helena, didn't you have a girl that, like, you didn't even know she was an It Works distributor, right? You had a friend?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah.
For years, too.
Lena's gone to a couple people's pages, and she's like, I had no idea. I had no idea because they never posted about it. Like, how are you expecting anyone to know what the crap you're doing if you're not opening your mouth and telling them? Like, how are they going to know what you're doing if you're not posting and letting people know? No, they're not just going to, like, read your mind and be like, oh, you're wearing green, that's a good color on you. They're not going to know why you're wearing green all the time. You're not going to know why you're, you know, running around driving to Logan for the day. They're not going to know unless you are posting and telling people about it. Like, that is your job as an It Works distributor, telling people about what you're doing. And that's a great way is to post about it on Facebook and do that. So do you guys have any questions about Facebook or Instagram or Periscope that I can answer? You guys are all getting Periscope, right?
Yeah.
Good. Because I do lots of random videos. So find me on Facebook. Find me on Periscope. I actually deleted the one I did last night because I felt so dumb. Like, this is so dumb. I'm so retarded. But they're available for 24 hours. So after the broadcast ends, Periscope videos are available for 24 hours and then they're gone. So that's the cool thing about it is you kind of have to jump on or watch it within the 24 hours and you can't watch it again. So jump on, watch those videos. Find our leaders. Our corporate team is on Periscope, yes.
I just happened to catch Mike Patillo and Mark Pentecost talking about the end of the month yesterday.
Nice.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So like, it'll notify you when those people are on, and so if you have a second, you can just jump on real quick in between doing stuff. You'll catch some really good stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff that you guys they're in there. Yeah, I get the Pam Souter posted on Memorial Day. She was voting. You get to see what our corporate team is doing, and you kind of get the sneak peek of stuff before they can actually make an official It Works post about it on the Facebook page. You see Mike Patillo, Mark Pentecost are typing stuff. Yeah, Teresa.
Is everyone getting the emails from It Works? Because I'm seeing everyone posting on Facebook about for example, the extra box of wraps or whatever being extended.
Yeah.
I never got an email.
No,
I never did either.
No, I didn't. Those are on Sundays.
Those are on the corporate calls. So Sunday and Monday are corporate call nights. Then they'll make those announcements on those calls usually.
Yeah.
And then those people from those calls will post something.
And they posted a video on the It Works page too on
Yeah.
Facebook that night. I think there's a video of Mark, and you kind of have to just be
Follow It Works.
Yeah, you have to
If you're
follow.
not following It Works yet. It Works Global. Follow them.
See, I don't like the Facebook app on my phone because I'm following them, but
Yeah.
only every once in a while will stuff show up.
Yeah, and that's
I
one of the
have
good
to
thing.
go in and look.
Yeah, that's the good thing about the team though is I think we kind of spread the word pretty fast. So if you don't hear about it, you're gonna on the team pages someone's gonna post something about it, and then you can kind of go research it. So, so yeah, I like that. I like being able to post stuff like that. Where I was going with that, but yeah. Any other questions on Facebook? Oh, I was gonna talk about the corporate. John Eric posts a lot of things that are awesome. Jade Hooper is ridiculously funny. Like me and Helena are like Jade Hooper fans. She's hilarious. She's a new ambassador Diamond. She posts a lot of awesome stuff. Cami Dempsey's on Periscope, and she posted a wrap party, like a team meeting with her personal team. It was a Google Hangout, and she posted she Periscoped it, so we can get into her training.
Periscope.
What?
Can you Periscope for that long?
Yeah, you can Periscope as long as you want. Like there's no, you could do. You could do an hour. You can do 2 hours. Yeah, you could. It's like a TV channel. You can literally click in and tune into any channel you want and just watch it live. People are doing random stuff all the time. Like all the time. You have people that are like mowing their grass and going to the grocery store, and it is so insane, but it's so cool because you're like, oh my gosh, I was just at the grocery store. And we talk, and then you talk to them, and it's really fun. It's really fun. Keep it safe, of course. Like. Don't be giving away your phone. You give away your phone number, like your address, and try to just be safe with it. But it's a really fun app, and you get our leaders. You kind of get in their trainings. Like Cami Dempsey, like I said, she had a training, and she was doing her whole thing. She was doing her team training, which we never would have been able to see with her personal team, and we were able to get in on it. So it's an awesome app. So yeah, that's what I have about Facebook. Oh wait, hold on. I wanted to show you really quick. Oh. I'm going to be quick about this one. We put in your password. This is just Rachel Newkirk talking about Facebook posting, and I want to give you some examples. She gave some really good examples of post this, not that. And so I'm just going to skip to that really quick.
Hey guys!
She's our new ambassador Diamond too. Okay.
I saw someone post this.
Okay, so I can move back. So she's just going to go over this versus that.
This doesn't seem like a bad post, but it is not going to take people in. It's not going to stop people. They're going to look at this and they're going to be like, scam. This looks like a scam. A great alternative is this right here. This is an actual distributor's post. Made an extra 220 scratch patches and feathers. I never left the house. It's all the cleaning to do, laundry. Not only do I love that I can make money from home, but I love helping people feel great inside and out. If I saw this, I'd be like, whoa, that's really cool. And she seems passionate about what she does. She seems to enjoy it. And she didn't even have to leave the house. Like, that's really cool. That would brand me. And whenever I thought of this distributor, I would think of this. And I would start to look at this business in a different light. This one over here, I would not. I would think this is a scam and probably want to get started or ask questions. Our next one, non-branding. Oh, I didn't really post this in a post, but The whole purpose of this one is
that
there's
graphic.
way too many pictures. A big sign of spam is when there's too many things going on all at once. And if you ever talk to me personally, I tell you don't post more than one picture at a time. Occasionally you can do 2 pictures, but really do not do more than that. Like really stick to 1 or 2, because this just calls out for spam. This looks very overwhelming, and you have way too much going on. For branding, this is one of my own posts, is getting my wrap on before my Christmas party. I love that I can do this while getting ready. 45 minutes is all it takes. And I got a couple people, oops. Oh, that's not it either. Let's see, there we go. I got a couple people who were actually interested in the business through me doing this. So really cool. Just shows again, branding of yourself. And then non-branding, who wants some greens full of all your fruits and vegetables and helps you detox and alkalize. Again, nothing like directly wrong with this, but I'm going to tell you this is not going to engage people. This is not going to show your passion. This is not going to brand you as a distributor in this company. Where this one, this is an actual distributor. I meant to cut names out if it wasn't me, but Stephanie's awesome, so we love her. But she posted this. So she had her fruits and veggies out, and then she pulled out her greens and made this post, and she got a ton of interest, and a lot of people signed up with this post because it's personal. You can tell this one on the left is something that you did not create. This does not look like an amateur new distributor created this. This looks like the company created this. Where this one over here, you can tell that she made that. So it's branding herself. And
Yeah, so there's this video I'm going to post in our Diamond Driven page. This webinar is awesome. Like, she goes over more about what to post, what not to post, what to post on Facebook, and how to sign distributors. So I will post that one in our team page today, but that one I recommend everybody watching to help you know what to post on Facebook versus what not. You want people to, obviously, like, what one would you guys be more drawn to, right? Like, this one, like, oh my gosh, what is this green? Nothing is wrong with this picture, but it's just like, okay, well, it's a cool picture, but I have no idea what that is. This one, it's like, oh, there's fruits and vegetables, and she's got this, like, I wonder what that is. So that's the difference in it, okay? So that's all I have on Facebook, and then, Allison, you want to go next? Allison's going to go over, Deidre's going to go over steps to success, why it's important, and then Allison will go over the compensation plan.
Okay. Thanks, Faye.
Thanks, guys. Yay, for me.
Okay, this is kind of nerve-wracking, like being on the computer. It's like really bad.
Look down.
You guys can see it my nose. Okay, so the steps to success. We have a lot of brand new people, but you guys should have all at least heard of what the steps to success is. And definitely you should have a copy of it. And since I've been in, I'm just a few days short of a year, holy cow, since I've been a distributor. And they recently updated the steps to success at conference in January, but I still like the old one. So I'm actually going to go over both so you guys can see what the company is using right now, what's current. But I'm also going to show you why I like this one. And I have a copy for everyone. If you want a copy emailed to you, you can let me know so that you can be using it. And it's totally up to you, like, how you work. Like, I'm one of those people that I'm organized in a way that I have to have everything written down, and I have to have systems. So if you're like that, you might want one of these ones. If you are okay with just, you're a visual person, but you know where it's going and you know what you're doing, then the new one is great too. So I'm going to go over both of these really quick. So if you go into your documents in your eSuite, you will find, if you just type in steps and search for it, but if you find steps to success, this is what you're going to find. So this is what the company has for us to use, and this is what you want to do with your business every single month. This is what is going to keep your business going. If you're wondering what you should be doing on a daily basis, what you should be focused on each month, this is it. It's super simple. Okay, so basically what you want to do, and that tells people the first step is obviously to join the party. You don't have to join the party every month. I mean, you're already a distributor. You should join our party every month, but you've already got that one down.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
The step that you're going to repeat every month for step 1 is running your auto ship. That's
Okay.
your step to joining the party, is making sure you run your auto ship.
Okay, so you want your auto ship run every single month. That's your very first step as a distributor. So that's going to be an 80 BV. You do have the option to be commission qualified with a 150 personal volume, but if you have anybody that returns anything or somebody's credit card declines or something doesn't go through, you don't want to miss out on your commission because of something that small. So run that 80 BV auto ship. You need that product to run your business. You should be getting wraps every month and selling those every month. If you're not doing that, you don't have a business. So make sure you're running that auto ship, okay? And then the next step that you want to do every single month is get 4 loyal customers. So how do we get loyal customers? Wrap people. Okay, you've got to wrap people. If you don't have people to wrap, blitz people. Find those people and wrap them and get those loyal customers. If you're getting 4 loyal customers every month, you are in business. You're going to continue to make money. You're meeting people. It might take you, okay, this is a numbers game, and I'm all about numbers. So as a new distributor, you're going to want to start tracking your numbers. Starting out, you might be 10 wraps to 1 customer. You shouldn't be. Like, this product sells itself. But if you're 10 wraps to 1 customer, you know you need to wrap 40 people to get 4 customers. Okay, that's just the numbers that you're tracking. If you have that ratio, please talk to your leader and we'll help you get better than that. Okay, you should have like pretty close to 100% ratio. Like, people wrap and they want this product. Okay, so if you're not close to that, if you're not like for every 2 people you wrap, you're getting 1 customer. If you're not at least there, definitely talk to somebody. But you're going to get those 4 loyal customers, okay? So we want to do that every month. Now you can see where over here it says you get wrap rewards. So for every 2 loyal customers you get a box of wraps for $25.
So awesome.
Free shipping.
Hello.
Free shipping.
Free shipping, okay? So you get wraps for cheap. So you can use those to wrap yourself. You want to share your personal results. That's what's going to draw people in, is your results. They know you. They can see what it's doing for you, and they're going to want the same thing. So make sure you're wrapping yourself, but also you can get those wraps for $25. You're wrapping people, you're selling them, you're making a much bigger profit. So I found that as I'm getting my own customers and I'm getting these wraps for cheaper, I can get my own personal product on my auto ship, or I have other stuff for people to try. But if you're not getting those, you definitely still need to have your wraps on your auto ship, okay? And then the next step, and this is where the old one comes in. Okay, I like how this is, let's see if I can hold these both up. I like how this one is set up because you can just see there's 3 lines for you to fill out. There's no questions. So that next step is you get 3 distributors. How do we find distributors?
Wrap people.
We wrap people! Again, this is so simple. Wrap people. You will get customers, you will get distributors. When you show your excitement and you're telling them about the product and they see what you're doing and how you're successful, they're going to want to do it too, okay? So that's where you get your distributors. So this one's laid out, so you've got your 4 loyal customers, you can write down their names. You've got your 3 distributors, you can write down their names, and you've done your steps to success. And if you have big goals, like you're trying to promote and get a bonus or something, you might want to do more than 1 of these a month. You might want to do 1 every 2 weeks, or maybe even 1 a week. It totally depends on what you want to do with your business, but if you're doing this at least 1 of these every month, your business will move forward. Okay, doesn't matter what else you're doing. And all of your actions should go into just making sure you complete this. Okay, so on the new one, it shows you how getting those distributors will help you go Ruby. The company's really focusing on helping everybody go Ruby. And then when you go Ruby, you can help your team go Ruby. And Allison's actually going to talk more about that, so I'm just going to let that segue. Do we have any questions, or is there anything important that you guys feel like I missed?
Any questions on steps to success? We're good? Okay.
Okay, so you guys get this. I've got a copy for everyone, so you guys can take this. You can make copies of it, or you can fill it out and use it. Another great thing to do is once you get those people, fill them in. But if you've got potentials, pencil them in. If you're seeing that name and you put this, I've got this right in front of my computer on my office wall. If you're seeing that name up there and you're checking in with them, that energy is going to go out into the universe.
Yay.
And you'll be surprised at what comes back. So keep it in front of you. And then when you get them, you can write them in pen and permanent. And then I also keep this so I know who signed up in April. And then I'll write down on the back of it who I've contacted and talked to, so I can go back and say, okay, I talked to these people in April. Maybe they didn't sign up, but now I can go back and check back in with them and that sort of thing. So I just keep this every month, and that keeps me, I can see who I've gotten, I can see who my customers are, when they signed up, and also who I'm working with is on the back, okay? Okay, well done.
Thanks, Deidre.
Do we have the old one?
Yes, please, I want to hold one.
Okay, and if you, go ahead and copy this, but if you need me to
I just
email
need the
you
old one for the
a
minute. I have
digital,
No, that is weird.
You can post it. Let me know.
okay, put it in the documents.
Okay.
I give you the old one, right?
Yeah, I just need an old one.
So pass those around if you guys want an old one, grab one.
I have
10
one
of them, so you might want to share with your teams.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys pass around so you can.
You know what?
Yeah, this does look kind of funny.
I know.
Looking
I
at
don't have
yourself.
high enough. You're really tall too.
Hey guys, what's
You
up?
have to up higher.
No, I'm good. Height is good. It just looks like my head, like my body's like here, and my head's like. So that's all right. I got big hips too, so they can't see that far, so that's all right. Okay, so I want you all, if you have the sheet, go ahead and if you have a pencil, I'm actually going to have you start. If you have a pencil or a pen or use your phone. One of the things that I do on my phone as we get going on this Ruby chart thing, can you connect my phone to your TV?
Did you screen?
Do we have any more steps to success?
I know. I stole one.
Just one at least. We just.
I have it right here.
I don't have it.
There's extra ones right here.
We'll upload it in the team page. You guys can look
Yeah,
at
we can upload it on the different page.
Hold on, let me close that. Okay. Let me get my photos because I need
Go to
to.
your Wi-Fi.
Anybody else have one back there?
Yeah. But if everybody can just take this one, we can definitely get you more copies. Just make sure everybody has one so that everybody can look at it.
Okay, those of you at home that are watching from home, if you can get out your, get up a Ruby chart and get up a one of your steps to success sheets. So that's the Ruby chart. Yep. Can I snag yours for a minute so I can hold it up while mine's loading? So those of you, I want your Ruby chart, the chart that looks like this. I'm gonna put my phone. I have a chart on my phone, and we're just gonna put it up on the screen.
I don't know if I can do that. I'm gonna try to get a video and like hold it.
Can you do like my camera? I just have a picture on there. Can you put the picture up on here?
Well, we were doing.
It has to go through YouTube. Right?
Oh. What Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
try to put it on there.
Mine is in a different folder.
It's funny that this is cool.
Does the AirPlay work? Will the AirPlay
No,
do
I
that?
have to use that one. No. You're just gonna do this one, right?
No, I can't actually.
I have to write it down, but it's gonna be like.
Okay, I'm gonna find out on YouTube and I can screenshot it.
Okay, so Rachel's going to do that part right now, so I'm just going to keep going while she does that part. Because we'll get that, I want to get it up on the screen so I can talk to you about what I'm looking at and why. You might have it.
Hello there.
Hi! Did that work? Perfect, let's do it. Okay, so, can this go up a little? Can we, probably not, huh?
No.
To make this, okay.
Well, they can see there's two
You guys
boxes
can see
there.
it, so, okay. I just wanted to see the 400 on there. So the reason I wanted Deidre to go before me is because your steps to success is your outline for your Ruby chart. Okay? So these first top 3 people are your first top 3 people for your DT. Okay? Same thing here. So everybody on this sheet will have a place in here. Okay? So this is goal due. One of the things that I do, I know I've talked about this before, is I have everybody fill one out. At every party, I have people fill one out. And the reason is because when they fill one out, whether they become a distributor or a loyal customer or nothing, I have a lead, a whole sheet of leads from them. Okay? So I have loyal customer leads and I have DT leads from somebody who maybe didn't even sign up in the business. So this is our first piece. So this is priority to get you to here in my book. I forgot to put on my gun. Sorry. Okay, so when it comes to being on the Ruby chart, I would recommend you guys, one thing that I've done, and I've sent it to a couple people on my team on Lisa's line, is print yourself out a chart and I took my chart, or not print it out, sorry, I put it on my phone, and I put it in photo collage, and then I can go in and I can make the names. So I always have those names in front of me on my phone. So I can always look at who's on my chart at the time, and I can go in and change that. So I actually just write on the chart in Photo Collage. And so I've sent that to some people on my team so they can see what's going on. So can you see this? Do you want to? Okay, I want to make sure you can see it. So what you're going to do first is to go executive. And we all talk about going Ruby, and that's really big, but that's important. But you have to be an executive before you can be Ruby. So executive from here down. So this is you, for example. Pretend your name is Sally. Sorry, Sean. So it's an S. So we have an executive, and we have 2 boxes, your first 2 distributors. So Sally, in order for her to actually be executive, this is where people get confused, because they say, well, I have my 4 loyal customers, and Carol and Bob have their 4 loyal customers, but, go ahead. Okay. I'm Sally, I have my 4 loyal customers, I have Carol and Bob. Shouldn't I be executive right now? Should you be executive with just Carol and Bob and your 4? No. Carol and Bob, if you'll look down on these, if you look on the actual thing, this is kind of blurred out. Carol needs to be at 400 volume, and so does Bob. Where does a green and red box? If you're red or green, what do you need to be able to promote? 150. 150, or you got the 2 pieces. The 150 or run your auto ship. If you are going to promote, you have to have one of those 2. The 150 coming from your customer and your combined order, or your auto ship running.
Which is 80.
Right. Either you're 80, or say, for example, you order 30, and the rest of your loyal customers, they make up the 150 combined.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So 150 between you and your personal customers.
Okay.
Not Carol's customers, not Bob's customers.
So if we can't do the full 80 for that month, and our customers and everyone are making up that difference to equal 150?
Yep. Bing! I learned that one on my own. Okay.
But I would be very careful.
I don't like doing it that way.
I was only like 2 BB short.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking that,
Okay.
just to make sure that
The
I was
risk
gonna be
there
so
is
good.
what Deidre talked about. If somebody has an issue with their card declining, a product going back, and you were 152, guess what? You lose your commission.
Yeah.
So,
And that affects everyone.
and that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. So, for example, the reason this is important, if you're a red or green box, say this is you, okay, Sammy. So if this is you, and you're trying to go Ruby, but you find out that Sally didn't run her auto ship or wasn't at 150, guess who's not going to promote? Me. Not Sally, not you, because you have to have a promotable executive right there. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah. So I'm going to become an executive for Helena, but if I didn't have that 80,
If you didn't meet your 50 or 80,
then she would.
correct. So you guys, I don't know if you can break here. She said, so she has Helena is her above her. She asked if she didn't actually have her own auto ship run or the 150, would she prevent Helena from promoting? Yes.
Can I just say what that terminology is?
This is marketing.
Just it's called commission qualified. So
It's
when you hear a
commission
leader say, "Are you commission qualified?" or "Is that box commission qualified?" That's what they're talking about. You either have to have your 80 BB auto ship ran, or you have to have the 150. One of the 2 will commission qualify you.
So if you didn't hear her, those are your. That means one of those 2, 150. I should write that on my hand. So you can, 150 or 80. That makes you commission qualified. Don't let me forget to talk about the DT qualified. Okay. So for this person to be executive, now Carol has to have 400 BB. Bob has to have 400 BB. The way this works is Carol needs to have her 4 loyal customers, but there's a chance. My arms are super thick in this. I'm just saying. Don't look at yourself. Carol, say she's got her 4 loyal customers, but she has somebody who did a skinny pack. They did lip and eye cream. Another one did hair, skin, and nails, and another one did a box of wraps. Is that going to be 400 BB? No. So does Carol need to have more?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's going to have more people to actually get to 400 BB. And I always tell people, if you can't go get 4 to 7 customers for your business, you are not in business. No matter what the business. I've been a business owner. If I don't have that many customers, I am not a business. I am just sitting there paying for a rented space. Now, this BV, here's where people get a little confused. This BV also, the 400. Say Carol has enrolled, do we have a Susie up there? Nope, so we can use Susie. So say Carol enrolled Susie, and Susie has 2 loyal customers, and between Susie and her loyal customers and Carol and her loyal customers, that is Carol's group. Does that make sense? So this is the group volume for Carol. Now, are we clear? That's not her personal volume, her whole group. Carol, her own customers, Susie, and Susie's customers. That can create the 400 BV. This entire group. We may not chart Susie because we're not needing to put her on a physical chart yet, but she is Carol's group, and her customers are Carol's group. So that's your 400 there. Same thing goes for Bob. So Bob has Kenny. That's you guys, you know. Same thing. Kenny could have 2 or 3 people over here. That is his group. Everything going on is his group.
Well, that counts as a BB.
That counts as his 400 BV. Everybody in Bob's,
Volume
yeah, GB,
is group volume.
GB is group volume. BV is
Business
PV. Sorry, GB is group volume.
Okay.
So this whole group, all those people,
That is your group.
that is your group.
Okay.
Okay. PV is your own personal volume with your own customers,
Okay.
not anybody below you. And then BV is, I'm like we said somebody else. BV is the number attached to each item. So a box of wraps is 59 bucks. Most items are within a few points below their dollar amount. So with the exception of the green shoes. And I think that's because there's a lot of packaging for the green shoes. So a box of wraps is $59. It's 54 BV. A can of greens, if you're doing the 1 month supply, is $33. It's 30 BV. Makes sense? Those two right. Look, a can of greens and a box of wraps it's 84. You just ran your auto ship and you're commission qualified. You're going to sample and sell that. You sell that box of wraps, you just completely made more than your auto ship, and then you sampled people to do your greens, and you use, so you got it that way. Okay, so now that's going to get you to be an executive. Make sense? Now we want to go Ruby now. So you've got Sally, Maria. So what happens with Maria? What are we looking at for Maria? 400. How can she get to 400? Rat people. Who is she counting to get to 400, I should say?
Her customers and her team.
Her customer and her anybody going on underneath her. You don't have to have them on the chart for right now. When you go Emerald, those people will fill in. Does that make sense? Those other distributors you put in there. Tom, same thing. So Maria, Tom, Carol, Bob, their individual group needs to be at 400. Yes?
Sorry, I keep inserting.
Nope, you're good.
The 400, those gray boxes, when you're promoting a Ruby, they do not have to be commission qualified. So they don't have to run their auto ship. Just
they
the
have to be at
person
400.
in that executive, but they have to be at 400. So
Okay.
it can be an active or inactive distributor as long as they've got a lot of customers there. You're good.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that just for everybody.
Okay.
So what Marva is saying, when you're promoting, these people don't actually have to run their auto ship. They can kind of be an inactive. They're an active distributor. They maybe not doing anything. They don't have any loyal customers, or they have loyal customers, or you're placing under them because they've already become a distributor. You need to place somebody there for you to promote. But for you to promote, they need to be at 400 regardless of how it got there. But they don't have to run an auto ship. But these two, if you're green or red, you're in a promoting box and you need to be at 150 or run your auto ship. And I say just run. Yes, go ahead.
So if I'm placing people underneath Maria and Tom, is that, because it's not my loyal customer anymore.
Okay,
right?
good
So
question.
it wouldn't be my PV.
Yeah, it's your G. That's part of your group volume, your GV. Because what happens is you place somebody, say this is you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Sammy. This is Maria, her new distributor, okay? And she places volume under Maria. She gets a loyal customer, you get George as a loyal customer. And say, oh, I need her to be at 400 for me to promote, so I'm going to place volume. Do you know what your percentage of loyal customers that you enroll by yourself that stay up right underneath you know what the percentage is? Anybody?
15.
15%. So if you kept George, you're going to get 15%.
Oh, okay.
Okay? If you put George in this area right here, under one of these people, you're going on line 1 or 2, you're going to get 10%. So you will generate income. Not only will you generate income from George, but you're also, if you're helping Maria fast start, which I'll talk about in a second, to fast start means when Maria gets her first 2 loyal customers and does that in the first 30 days, it will fast start. It will give Sammy $100.
So I did that. So then Helene got $100.
Yep. So the first two.
Okay.
So it's beneficial to you to say, you know what, I've got all my customers, I'm good. Maria doesn't have, she has one. I'm going to go ahead and give her George. If I give her George, he's ordering hair, skin, and nails. $33. I'm going to make 15% of that if he stays under me. If I give him to her, I make 10%. So you're going to make $3 off of George. Plus, you're going to make $100 because you put him underneath Maria.
Okay.
Unless they were placed under you, which, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just going to say one plug about placing, and I won't interfere anymore unless you want to. Do you want to?
Go ahead. I don't know what you're going to say. It depends on what you're going to say.
So the cool thing about it works.
Can you stand up here so
Yeah.
they can see you too?
Sorry, this is not my thing I'm supposed to be talking about, but something that I want everybody to know. So the cool thing about it works.
Sorry. Move over. It's a private spot.
Is they allow you to place your people in the team where you need it to be and still not lose that enroller money. So you say this is say this isn't you, okay? Say this is Rachel, this is me, and Rachel is working really hard to get executive. I really need her to be executive so I can get to Ruby, but she's really struggling to get Bob. And so I have my 3 across the top already. I don't need another one on my top line to get to Ruby. So I'm going to go ahead and give my new distributor I just got my person
Yeah, what's going to go distributor?
to Rachel because I want her to be executive. She wants to be executive. So it helps her. It's a good thing for her because she can use that person to promote with. But it also helps me because I still get the $100. It was my person that I gave to her, so I shouldn't lose the $100. It helps her and it helps me. So her placing a loyal customer under one of her team members now is helping her being able to get promoted because it's helping her box get to 400. Does that make sense? So when you get a distributor placed under you, be grateful, say thank you to your enroller because that helps you. But also it's a team effort, so don't be afraid to help that person now who has now become a team member of yours. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So it's a very big unified effort. This business is not selfish. And if you try to be selfish with our business, and I'm not saying that you should give distributors to everybody and that's the way you should do it. Like people should work for their business. But in a promoting month when you're trying to all promote, wherever you can place people to help is a win-win situation.
Okay, I'm going to say I don't
Questions?
Sorry.
I'm going to be done.
I don't just place anywhere. If you're not working, I'm not going to place under you. Because I need you to be able to come in and help out. Because if I'm placing Bob down here, I need to know that Sally can work with Bob. Pam Soder does a really good thing on that, and she says she doesn't do it either. They'll connect people that might be connected together. If people live near each other, you want to put them together if you can. But if they're not working, I'm not going to go say, hey, by the way, you're down there under somebody who's not working. Yes, go ahead.
I think something important about that, though, is there is so many leaders that if you don't work with that leader, know that there's other leaders that you can work with.
Yep, absolutely.
So
If you don't work well,
enrolled you.
and let's be honest here for a minute, not everybody's going to work well with everybody else. That's the cool thing about having a team. Some people will gel better. Some people are just going to be information gatherers. Everybody's going to be different. So just because maybe you don't, like that one person talks weird or whatever, that you don't like how they say something, I don't know. The sound of their voice kind of drives you crazy. Doesn't mean they don't have anything to offer you. It doesn't mean you have to talk to them all the time. But anyways, that's just silliness. But now, so does this make sense to everybody? 150 needs to, if you're in a red or green box, you are a promoting box. If you are not going to run your auto ship, you need to let your people know. Because if Sammy is depending on Sally to get her to run her auto ship and she finds out Sally didn't run her auto ship and Sammy is placing and everybody's working hard, guess what happens? Sammy's not going to be Ruby because Sally didn't run her auto ship and have 80 BB or 150. So it's really important that when you're in a business that functions as a team, that even if you don't want to say something, you need to say something. Say, I'm not going to be able to run my auto ship, or I'm going to be short here, or I need help here. You need to ask for that help. And I can fully agree, you need to run your auto ship. You need to have product to use. Okay, so the other piece we're going to talk about is 2 things. What's the difference between being commission qualified and fast start qualified? So, to be commission qualified, is that a pen? That was a pen.
It's not a pen.
You're right.
Well, you write 150 on this.
You really are doing it.
She's like, yeah, we need this.
She is taking 150. She's gonna eat poison.
All right. Okay. What did you say?
That's poisoning.
Okay, eat poisoning for the team. Okay, so now you write PV on those. Or P, personal volume, so PV.
Yeah.
PV. Just V. My hand's not that big. We know it. You
My
got it.
kids come home. Yes, I'm out of it.
Okay. I know. I said it. Do not write on yourself. I better wash it
And
before I
then
get
you
home.
got it. You're like, no, this is
Hey, buddy, give me 150. Give me 150. Okay, so as you can see here, 80 BBs on this. Oh, we should have wrote it backwards. Oh, man. Oh, that's it. Everybody go home. Okay, so 80 BBs on this side, 150s on this side. So this is what you need to be commission qualified. So, will all the giggles stop? Did they just do that in school? Yeah.
Scouts and Girl Scouts.
Oh man, this is different. I didn't go to school here. I don't know. Okay, so we have 80 and 150 BB. Okay, so this is what it takes for you to be commission qualified, one or the other. Okay, I just want you to think of that, one or the other. Okay, now that when you look in your, I wish we could pull up the thing. I can't do it. When you look in your eSuite, it'll show you if you have a check by being your personal. It'll say B in there also. Personal business volume will be at 80 or. You'll see if there'll be a check on whether or not you're commission qualified. Got it? Okay, so these are done. Now, what does it mean to be Fast Start qualified? Now, we want to be Fast Start qualified. Okay, so for example, I think we're good. Now I'm like confused about what I'm doing. My brain's done.
The check marks.
The check marks. Oh, the check marks. She's looking in the phone. I was thinking about I'm thinking about in the actual web, like not the app. Sorry, I was thinking the app. Yeah, you can. You can use your app to see if you're commission qualified and Fast Start qualified. So check, see, see, it's all backwards. Commission qualified, Fast Start qualified. Okay, thank you. Don't leave my brain at the door. Sorry, because I'm thinking about not in the app. So
Do you want the eSuite?
yes, please. So that'll be perfect. I'd love to have that. Now, to be Fast Start qualified means, well, let me ask you this. Can you only be Fast Start in the first 30 days? If you have a new distributor, so say you just signed Bob, in order to be Fast Start qualified, what does Bob need to do? Get 2 customers. Because Sally enrolled Bob, what happens if he gets those first 2 customers in the first 30 days?
Sally gets $100.
Then Sally, his enroller, gets the $100. Okay? What happens if Bob doesn't get 2 loyal customers in his first 30 days, but gets 1 in the first 30 days and gets the other one a month later? It's he's out of 30 days. Is he Fast Start qualified? Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Still get the bonus.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Oh.
So when you are, think of it this way, commission qualified is here, okay? Distributor bonus is over here. They're 2 different commissions. When somebody's Fast Start qualified, that means that they are now able to get bonuses coming into their business. Did they do it in the first 30 days? No. So that means their enroller forfeits the cash because they didn't do it in their first 30 days. Make sense?
Yeah.
But if they do it in 2 months, they are now Fast Start qualified. They will have the check on there. Let Marva. I can't stop her. I need
But
to
if they enroll a distributor that say they
Yes, I haven't got there yet. Hold on, Marva. She keeps jumping ahead of me because I'm like, stop it!
She's like, I can't help it.
She can't. That's okay. I know. I can't. She jumps on me. I don't know what you're going to say, so I'm going to let you say it. But I'm trying to teach something. Let's take it down. Bring it down. Okay. Okay. So if they are Fast Start qualified, once that second person comes in, you're just losing the enroller's 30-day bonus. Does that make sense? So that means they're still going to get they'll still be qualified for bonuses coming around later. They just didn't, as their enroller, didn't get the $100 for doing it in the first 30 days. Now, this is what Marva's all excited about. She didn't let me finish what I was going to say. I know, we got to get that. Send the girl to the potty. Okay, so now what happens is, so Sally enrolls Bob, and Sally enrolls Bob, say May 1st, okay? So, well, let's say this. Sally enrolls May 1st. Bob enrolls May 7th. And he went faster than Sally. And he got his first 2. She didn't go fast enough. But she does, both things happen for them in 30 days. But he gets his first 2 first. Sally has her 30 days to get caught up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So she's not, when you're first starting, they're not going to go, oh, a week later, you're out. Sorry. Bob beat you to it. No, we each have 30 days. If this guy enrolls and now, Sally doesn't have her 2 loyal customers yet. I'm just kind of backtracking here to make sure I explain this well. If Sally doesn't have her, for those of you who couldn't hear, we had a baby burp. So Sally has her first 2 loyal customers right here. But say Bob got his first. Okay, he got his first 2 before Sally got her. She's still in her 30-day window of enrolling herself, of being enrolled herself. She's in the 30-day window with Bob. Don't panic. Does that make sense?
So will they pay off that bonus after she gets her 2 then?
Yes. As long as she's in that time frame, she'll get her bonus.
The 2 weeks after that she gets her.
So, for example, come on up here, Sean. He's the new distributor on our team. He's our man for the day. So when I met Sean, this is Sean, everybody. When I met Sean, he had put on his Steps of Success sheet his son Colton. Say Colton enrolls as a distributor. Sean just enrolled, what day was it?
Tuesday, which would have been 26th.
The 26th. So say that Colton enrolls today. Colton goes and gets 2 loyal customers immediately. And Sean doesn't get 2 until next week. Does Sean lose his enroller bonus?
No.
No, because he's still in his first 30 days. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Marva?
Okay, that's not what I was going to say.
She's going to say something. I know I'm trying to make sure I didn't.
Along the same lines, though. What I was saying is, like, say Sally didn't get her 2 in her 30 days. So her 30 days has expired. It's lapsed. And she
Come on up
2.
so everybody can hear you. I just want to make sure microphone-wise you're being heard.
I'm being heard, Amy. Okay, so say Sally didn't get her 2 in her 30 days for time lapsed, but she did enroll some distributors. So she got distributors, but not loyal customers. So say she enrolled Carol. Carol, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she got her 2. Well, say she got her 2 loyal customers. If Sally's 30 days has lapsed, she won't get the $100 off of Carol, but then she will get the next enrollee, the next person. Say her next month she gets her 2.
So she can miss that
she can-
person if
yeah.
she doesn't have her 2. So she'll miss the bonus on her.
It's not the end of the world.
No,
So
it's
she'll just miss the enroller bonus on that person, but she can do it for the future.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So
all
she
I-
doesn't lose anything. She just loses that. She doesn't lose, like,
That's
never.
It's not like
It's
it's
not
never
fair.
lose type
I think
thing.
the big misconception is if you don't fast start, just think of fast start is a distributor bonus. Commission qualified is a loyal customer bonus. Okay, fast starts are for distributors, is a distributor commission. Commissions are your loyal customers. The ones that we call as commission qualified is your loyal customers. Okay, so you get 2 types of commissions, if you will. Did you drop the bacon? So, does that make sense? Fast starts are distributor commissions or distributor bonuses or things we get
The
for
$100.
the $100. Or they can be fast start later. So that's where your bonuses are for distributors. Commission qualified refers to loyal customers.
And promoting.
Loyal customers and promoting. Yep. Make sense? Okay, any questions on that I or Marva can answer?
See, but you didn't know what I was going to say, so it's good that I interrupted you.
This is what she's doing. This is what I want her to do. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I say Marva's like a sister to me, so I can do that. She knows where I live. No, she's babysat my kids and probably again, so I'll be careful next time. She feeds them when they're at her house. They like to play at her house. I have mine. Okay, so make sense, everybody? Yes. Okay, are we Q&Aing right now?
Let's take a break and do something fun. We
do have some funness for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody.
I'm sorry. I took hostage your phone.
Okay, so does anybody have funny moments that they want to share? I do. But funny. Because my life is.
How did we know? How did we know?
But like I think it's fun to incorporate things that, like I said on the post, things that we do each day that are hard, and we have embarrassing moments that happen, or we fall on our face and look like idiots, or somebody says something, and I think if we take it too seriously, it can become discouraging and make us want to not do it again, like scare us. So if we can get together in times like this and realize everybody has those moments, even Michelle Tipton and Christina Hastings and Pam Satter. There was one time I saw a YouTube video posted by Cammie Dempsey. And I don't know if it was a YouTube video or a video, but she took a picture of her blitzing a lady at the counter. Cammie Dempsey, Black Diamond, makes like $1 bazillion. And the lady told her no, and was like, no, thank you. Like, looked at her, made her look like, you know, Cammie could have felt stupid and like walked away, but she didn't, you know. And I think even to see somebody like, I know the kind of money Cammie Dempsey makes and the level that she's at, to see that she even gets rejected gave me the confidence a little bit more to blitz. Blitzing is still scary for me, but but even after 2 years, it's still like I can blitz at a booth like all day long, but to walk up to somebody, it's still something I work on. Anyway, so funny story. So I was at Costco, and I have my shirt on. It says, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? And this guy caught me off guard. This guy caught me off guard, and he was just like, what wraps? Like, and I was like, oh my shit, because I had my kids with me. I was like, trying to get out the door. I was like not even thinking blitzing like at all. But I had my shirt on because I was trying to be, you know, a brand. And so and I'm like, oh, they get body. Like, have you ever heard of these wraps before? He's like, no, like, what's in them? And I'm like, well, they tone tighten and firm your skin in 45 minutes. Like, I thought I said that pretty clear. And he was just like, oh, okay. And this kid, like, keeps on putting my stuff in my cart. And like a couple minutes later, he's like, so like, what flavors do they have? Do they have like chicken? I laughed so hard. I didn't know how to say like what to say. I was like, well, they're not food. Like, I don't know any food that tones, tightens, and burns your skin. But chicken skin. Anyway, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I was laughing for like 5 minutes after I walked out the door. That is the funniest thing I ever did hear. So, that's my funny moment. Anybody else want to share anything? It can be something embarrassing. It doesn't have to be funny. That was just funny for me. But anything embarrassing? Okay, come on, share. We'll just do a couple.
Okay. So it was conference. Gosh, I think it was conference. No, it was July Green Carpet last year. We were at. It was like we just finished. It was midnight. We were at Walmart. It was like late. We were going shopping for groceries for the next day because
we're grocery shopping.
Because usually like there's no food at conference, and so you need to have like it's like an all-day thing. So if you're hungry, like, and you have to leave, like you're gonna miss stuff. So we were at Walmart. And we were talking, and we were shopping. And I went into the bathroom, and there's this, you know, younger woman. She was maybe in her 20s, and she's, you know, doing the go-backs. Like, she's like the gross job where it's like, you know, people that you like pick up your ice cream and you go put it back down like in the cereal aisle and it melts. And they have, like, so she was doing that job. Like, she was getting all the yucky, gross stuff, and like she was in the sink and just like she was washing it. Her head was down. She was just washing out like this ice cream container, you know. And I was washing my hands. I looked over at her, and I had this thought pop in my head that you go blitz her. And I'm like, no. No, I'm not, you know, I was like, and I'm just going to say, like, follow those thoughts. So anyway, so I'm like, no, not going to blitz her. Like, she didn't say hi. She didn't say, how are you? She didn't look up at me. Like, I did not exist in that moment. Wash my hands, you know, and I tried to, like, find a way to engage with them, and she was like, shoo, you know. So I'm like, okay, so I'm walking away back towards Marvin, Alice, everybody, and I have this thought, like, blitz her. And I'm like, no. And I had the thought again, blitz her. And I'm like, no, I didn't want to. I'm like, she doesn't like me. She's not going to talk to me. I like people that like me. And so I'm like, okay. So I'm like, fine. So I get my blitz card, I go back in there, and I'm like bombing it because I'm not even comfortable blitzing at this point, and I don't want to blitz, and she's not talking to me. So I have all the odds against me, and I'm like, okay, hi, and she goes, hey. Like, doesn't even look up. And I'm like, no idea how to transition, like, to get the because her hands are full. I'm like, and there's a paper towel, it's a big paper towel over there. I'm like, I don't know why. I just feel like I need to share this with you. Have you heard of this crazy rap thing? And she goes, no. Like, doesn't even look at me. Like, no. And I'm like, here's my Blitz card. And I put it on the paper towel roll. And she's still washing out that nasty ice cream, like dumping it out. And she's like, well, I don't think I'd really even use it. And I mean, she did not even acknowledge me, didn't talk to me, didn't look at me, like absolutely nothing. I'm just like, why am I supposed to be blitzing her right now? I was so mad. It's like you think when you have those thoughts to blitz people, it's going to be like this mind-blowing, like, she's my next runner, like you never know, like I'm gonna get this girl in Florida and she's gonna like take off, you know? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get her. So I blitzed her for that reason, thinking that she was gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever, you know? Yeah, I don't want to go racing granite containers anymore. Thank you for saving my life, you know? And all I got was, no, I don't think I'll ever use it. I'm like, okay, and then like when you get that no, you kind of like stumble back up. Oh, because I'm thinking, she's going to be a yes. She's going to be like gold mine. So I was not expecting that no, and she was like, no, I don't think I'll ever use it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, do you know anyone else that might want to? I don't know. And I just like, almost like crying. I'm like, do you know anyone else that would maybe use it? You know, she goes, no, well. All right, well, have a good day. I'm Rachel. If you need my numbers here on the card that I just left for you on this paper towel that you got to use to dry out stuff. So if you need it to dry off anything and my number slips out, like, you know, there it is. And yeah, so then I walked away and I was sitting, I'm like, I'm so mad. I went to my mom, I'm like, I'm so mad. I just blitzed this girl. I was told, I had a thought to blitz her. I had a feeling, very strong impression. I had to blitz this girl, and like absolutely nothing came of it. And I'm like, I felt like a total weirdo. And I'm like, awesome. But you know what I learned is I feel like you're given those like little moments to see if you're gonna do it, to see if you're gonna act on it. So when you do have someone's gonna be that gold mine, you're gonna like not even question it. You're just gonna do it, you know. So that was my crazy. I was so mad. I'm like, and still to this day, I'm like, where's that girl in Florida? Like she's going to Walmart. I'm like, go find her next year. Go back. I'm like, hey,
That guy that I wrapped in the store?
Yeah, never. Yeah, I know. We wrapped the guy in Charming Charlie when we were there. So she was like, you know what? That's a great. Next conference, we're going back. We're hitting up all of them up. Like, hey, I talked to you. You are scooping on ice cream. You're joining this business now. Because I feel like a total weirdo talking to you. So that's my funny blitz.
All right. Anybody else? We can do a couple more before we go into questions and answers, and then we can do closing with the motivation. Okay. Anybody else want to share anything? Okay. The more you start to the more you guys start to wrap people and blitz people and do parties, and the more experiences that you have, the more you're going to find that everybody makes those mistakes. Everybody has those moments, but everybody learns from and grows. And look at Rachel. She's like the blitzing queen now. Like, you know, Allison's never been afraid to blitz, but I know that Rachel was a scaredy pants like me. So to see her grow, yeah. Walk up and go. Allison's like the poster child for blitzing.
Hey, have you ever seen these before?
Like, I just start doing the dudes now. I am.
You guys, remember what I said? Boom, 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 boom. Seriously, I just lean up to people. Hey, have you heard these before? Because it's on my neck. They're not going anywhere. It's not, you know. So it works really good. Just ask people. You're gonna be scared to do that the first time or two, but we did it at the restaurant. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It works. She knew about it.
I have a call her on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyways, next month or next time we meet, I expect to hear more stories from people.
So you know, get your
More filling and falling on your face.
More filling and falling on your face. Yeah. And then we'll create more champions. That's just the way champions. Nobody becomes great by never trying. So, okay. The three of us, Deidre, come up here. We're going to do like a quick little question and answer theme panel. Let's all four come up here. You guys can ask us any questions that you want about anything. It can be how we fit the business into our lives.
Can they type up a question right here? Can't they?
Yeah,
yes. You guys at home, type questions if you have questions.
Yeah, we can do group chat, I think. So it's enabled to list.
So anybody out there that has a question, type it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Sammy wants to know
questions at all.
And how long it took you guys to get there?
Rankings. You want everybody or somebody specific?
Just you guys.
Okay. Okay. That's Rach.
I am Diamond. I made Diamond March 31st. And it took me a year and a half. It took me 2 months to get that diamond. Wow. Finally, when I decided to do it. But I've been in the business for a year and a half. So, yep.
She was awesome. She was consistent, which I love. Yep. She was fun to watch. So.
My name is Allison, and for me, today I had a good day. Well, okay, so for me to go diamond, it took me 13 months. And right now I'm charted for double. I was charted for double as of
Last week.
when I was on my way to California. I found out I was charted for double. And so this will be, it'll be another, it's taken me that same amount of time to go double. My life got a little cray-cray in there, but, you know, it's okay.
But
So-
again, she's been consistent. Like she's like a stalwart though. Like she was never going anywhere. She's like this stallion. I'm a double diamond. It took me 3 months to get to diamond.
Wow.
So I was able to.
It's my fault. I signed up right after.
But you had to get away with it. She was great. I actually really had at the very beginning, like my business flew. I was surprised how fast it went. But I stayed at diamond for a year. So I got to diamond, stayed there for a year, and then the next following year, almost on my anniversary of my 2-year anniversary. No, 1 year. 1 year. 1 year anniversary, I got to double diamond.
Wow.
And then now my 1 year anniversary is coming up, and I'm off. And triple's like there, so working till triple.
Yeah. You guys are about people that went this or that super fast. Don't panic, because statistically speaking, now I'm a numbers girl. Statistically speaking, it's going to take you longer. But if it doesn't, so great, wonderful. I don't care. Don't quit.
You're like, I'm already there.
Because we've all had teams that fell apart.
Yeah,
We've all had to rebuild.
a
I've
couple
rebuilt the
times.
whole entire diamond. I was 6 months in. I had 2 people left on the bottom to go diamond, and I had to completely rebuild that whole side.
Deidre was my only working person in January.
Still working.
Wow.
Still working.
So you guys, really, you're going to have those moments. Don't panic.
Yeah, I had a diamond. I actually enrolled a diamond. Like I went diamond in May. My emerald went diamond the very next month.
And what does that mean? They're not part of your team
She
anymore?
she quit. No, she quit.
Oh, she's no
She
longer.
quit.
She was
Yeah.
still, she was still boost modest volume.
She would
Like,
still
had
be
a
with
diamond
me.
underneath.
Yeah, you don't lose your people when they promote.
Oh.
You don't lose them. So, but yeah, so I was like that close to double the very next month, but then and then once that happened, like once I lost the whole diamond leg, then you have to kind of.
You guys, when you lose,
yeah, so
don't let it
get you
Just
down.
realize
though.
you're learning something in the process. You're learning how to stand up in front of a TV.
Yeah.
And people.
Right.
But then that's not typical. I mean, everybody's journey is different, and we'll go into that when we talk the motivational part of it after we're done. But okay, Deidre.
I'm Deidre.
My 1 year anniversary is on the 4th, June 4th. So it's almost a year. And we are, we've got our last distributor signing up today to be boxed in for diamond.
Yeah!
I've been an emerald. I've only been an emerald for 2 months. It took me a while to get to ruby, and then it was ruby 2 months, emerald 2 months, and now we're boxed in for diamond. So
Yeah.
So we're going strong. Okay, any other questions?
We got something here. Oh.
Hi. Oh, no,
that's you.
That was me. I posted hi to the post stuff, but
Does anybody watching?
I don't know if anyone's on. I don't know if anyone's on. But
Okay.
any questions you guys have about promoting or volume or enrolling people or distributors or customers or anything? Any questions you want to pick our brains about? You guys been thinking about? Yes.
So when you have that person who quits, what happens to the people under them?
Oh, good question. Good question. Very question. So the volume compresses. So if the
If Sally quits,
so if Sally quits, then Carol takes her spot.
That's what you said.
Or Maria could take her spot, or Tom could take her spot. It just compresses.
well, all the customers, it'll really be Carol or Bob, because all the
Yeah, that's
customers
true.
here will just,
Blow up.
it's like as if she kind of,
Make it a 50%.
But what if she's their spot? Like, how does
It's just the
It
first
just
person underneath her. Well, whoever is working underneath her. The first person that's working underneath her.
you just don't count her there anymore, basically.
Almost like
Except
she's
for
just not
her
there.
customers will still be loyal customers.
So even if she didn't really if she just canceled her on the trip and doesn't do anything, you just pretend she's not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then you take over.
You just don't include her in your chart.
Yep.
Yeah, you take over her customers. Her customers are now are they 15%?
Her customers still is part of your group. Yeah, your volume.
She'll still be in your e-suite. She'll still show up, and even every year, every year you pay your $35 re-enrollment fee, and if you don't, like for example, when we have people that quit and they don't re-enroll after a year, as a distributor, they'll actually show up still in your e-suite, but they're not active. So I find like my dad is under somebody else. So to find my dad in some spots in the e-suite, I have to go to that person first and then go find him through there. That person's still in the system. They still have a number. They're just not active, or they're a canceled distributor. You're just not going to include them in your charts anymore. Okay. But any customers that person has pulls up to the next, as if those customers belong to the next person.
Volume comes up.
Yeah, but they're still going to be listed when you go into TreeView. If I want to find Sally's customers, I still have to go into TreeView, click on Sally in your report to see her customers. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
On as far as charting goes, like you're putting those people where you want them.
Yeah.
The company's not doing it for you. So you might have 5 people right here. You're going to choose who's working and put those in those boxes. So do it in pencil because you can move people around. Sally, you might think she's got one person, so you're going to put her here, but all of a sudden Tom has 2. You're going to erase Sally and move Tom over here and put his people there.
Yeah, it's going faster. Yeah, do your chart
So it's very fluid.
because you're going to move.
So
you're going to
people
find
can
yourself
move
moving around.
Good questions.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be like 24 hours, like a loyal customer.
They have 24 hours to move it. So like you you move. So I enroll a distributor or a loyal customer. If I want them somewhere, they have to be within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours.
And then you're done.
Okay.
Either one, distributor or local.
Only one move.
Only one move. Yeah.
Right.
Once they're moved, they're cemented.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to get a move.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So jumping over to the placement of distributors, like your enroller places a distributor under you. Who gets that commission? Your enroller gets that
The
commission,
enroller.
right?
They get the 15% off of whatever they do.
Okay.
Yeah, but you get 10.
You still get volume.
You do get volume.
You just don't get that.
You just don't get the $100, but you get volume. Yeah.
I have no idea. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. It's a very fair business. Like, I mean, you're not, by placing somebody somewhere else, you're not giving them away and losing all rights to that
Or if
person.
someone quits, you're not losing who they have.
Yeah.
No.
So like for instance, let me give you an example. So Allison is on one leg right here, so she's my diamond. It's going to be double diamond under here. And then I had another girl here, and she was a diamond. I mean, she promoted to diamond. She was diamond. And she, there was like 3 people under her, is Angie Garcia, my legged Angie, who I love. Everybody else in her whole diamond organization quit except for Angie Garcia. She's all I had left. So now Angie takes that place. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah. And so all of Angie's people now get to go down to her that way, and I use them for charting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you can use people down farther.
Yeah.
So if you've got somebody down here, like you've got somebody under here that's an executive, but she's not, you just stick them up in the
Deidre, yeah. So Deidre, I have a girl named Nicole in Colorado. Sorry, I have a girl in Colorado here, and then Deidre's here. So Deidre is one that's working. So I moved Deidre. I mentally kind of moved her up, and I can now use Deidre because she is working and she's promoting. So I can use her for this promotion box.
Same thing between me and Rachel. There's another Rachel between us who isn't working.
Right.
So for me, that other Rachel basically is right here, but this Rachel's the Rachel one.
So you can move. So as long as you have an emerald on your team or a ruby down in that leg, you can use that person and put them up, and that'll count towards your ruby or your emerald.
Yeah,
or whatever
you can go down as far as you want, which I love too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Placement's kind of tricky, but as you start to apply it, it will make sense.
Don't expect to know it all right now. That's really probably good. Can you help me figure out where to put? I can't tell you how many times I called Marva and we all were like.
Yeah, ask your enroller sponsor for house placing until you can kind of get the hang of it. Because like I said, once you move them, you can't move them again. So before you move
Don't
somebody,
be hasty. Don't be hasty.
Yeah.
Make sure you think it through before.
don't be hasty. That's my advice.
You ladies, some of our people don't.
Okay, we're gonna do one quick little thing on motivation, and then we'll be done.
Good to meet you, Lydia. Oh my gosh, this
Road construction.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, be quiet though. It's quiet time for video.
Okay, video
That's my
time.
phone is on.
How do I get this to?
How do you take my phone off?
YouTube.
My phone's stuck up there. I can't do anything. Hey, Rachel, how do I get myself off of there? I can't see it.
You have to get off. Yeah, will you get off?
I'm trying to do something. Just do that.
How does she get off?
How do I get out of here?
Just turn off my Wi-Fi. Turn off the Wi-Fi. That's it. That. That's not working. That thing's not there anymore. Oh yeah, Allison has to get off. Are you off?
I'm off.
Get off the Wi-Fi, man.
It's like I don't know if I'm totally off of yours. I'm going to airport. Don't think
You will.
If you say yes, you're not.
Okay, here we go.
No, it was Allison.
You have lots of people.
Once you start selling something, you realize how many friends you don't. You're like,
It's a lot at the beginning. You're gonna, it's like you gotta go because you're gonna grab it too much. You know, right? And I can feel that they're the only guy in a bunch of girls. Well, here's how one of the things I really want to touch on next time. You guys want to do a supplement, so I think our next time let's this is more of a business side. Because I find the guy who's all I know that's what cool.
My husband will take us.
That's his.
I'm like, you should
Oh, that one might have a better answer.
Is that yours?
Yeah, but I texted
Okay,
it already.
I know.
Just crush it.
You know, I'm on airplane.
And then after like a month, like I can take it.
Okay.
Shh. No idea.
All right. Potty break. Okay, we'll have potty break. Have a potty break real quick while we figure this out. All right. Okay, everybody got to go potty before we start the video?
We're just going to do a quick motivational video after.
Just a quick 5 minutes. I'm going to sit down and then we'll talk about it in just a
Is
minute.
there a line?
There's not upstairs. There's not upstairs.
Oh, I guess I'll see that. Where is Tico?
I don't have any towels in there. I hope you guys are
We didn't have any. That's why I said drip dry. What was I saying?
We don't usually use that fast.
I know you weren't green. Hey, girl.
Okay, so while we're waiting, really quick, I just want to talk before this starts. For me, motivational stuff was not something that I started out with right at the beginning. Because I was so busy at the very beginning of my business, I just felt like, I'm all right, I don't need this, I'm good, I don't need any personal development stuff right now, like I'm good. But when the hard time hit my business, when things started to not go the way I was liking it to go, and it kind of beat me down, it humbled me enough to realize, okay, if I would have had this in my backpack already, then it probably wouldn't have set me back like it did when things fell apart. So I was humbled to learn to appreciate personal development. And ever since then, I cling to it. So for me, I like to start out a day watching something like this. I mean, you can go on YouTube and just type in motivational videos and watch whatever comes up. It doesn't have to be an It Works thing. But I do try to do something It Works every day and something that's just personal development. Something completely aside from It Works. Just working on yourself as a person. So, for instance, and then I'll talk about, like, when we start this, we'll talk about kind of the feelings of some of these. We're going to have to do it.
You and your password.
Kids.
I know.
Well, that explains it all.
Something forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
But you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. Anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships. Anybody can be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. The real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down. It takes courage to act. Like being hungry when you've been defeated. It takes courage to start over again. Fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can aid you, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you.
At the end of your feelings is nothing. But at the end of every principle is a promise. Behind your little feelings, it might not be absolutely nothing at the end of your little feelings. But behind every principle is a promise. And some of you in your life, the reason why you're not at your goal right now, because you're just all about your feelings. You're all on your feelings. You don't feel like waking up. So who does? Every day you say no to your dreams, you might be pushing your dreams back a whole 6 months, a whole year. That one single day, that one day you didn't get up, could have pushed your stuff back I don't know how long.
Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. If you don't discipline and contain your emotions, they will use you. You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody could do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back. And I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. Take full responsibility for your life. Accept where you are and the responsibility that you want to take yourself where you want to go. You can decide that I'm going to live each day as if it were my last. Live your life with passion, with some drive. Decide that you're going to push yourself. The last chapter to your life has not been written yet. It doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? This year, I will make this goal become real. I won't talk about it anymore. I can. I can. I can.
To persevere, I think it's important for everybody. Don't give up, don't give in. There's always an answer to everything.
Okay, so, well, first I want you guys to think about like how you're feeling right now. Like if you feel defeated, like I can't go do this. Or you'd be like, man, I can pop in the world right now. Sorry. It wouldn't be a training if I didn't cry. So for 2 seconds, I'm going to be real with you guys. As to why personal development has become such a big deal to me. So this video like perfectly describes my journey with It Works this far. When I started, yeah, like I was excited about the products, I was excited about the success I was having. I was like, this is awesome. 3 months into it, got the diamond bonus, like I was on cloud 9. And then month 4 was great. I had a diamond sprout out from underneath me, and I was like, oh man, we're going double. Like I was like so excited. And then just one person's decision that she wasn't going to keep working, that it wasn't worth it to her, crumbled my business. So I thought in my mind. And so for a couple months, I just kind of pulled back. I didn't do anything really. I was like, I just kind of answered questions that Allison she was still working, you know. I still had a few people working, but not as many as I had 3 months ago, you know. In 3 months, my business completely changed. And the thoughts of, can I keep doing this? Can I really do this? Kept creeping into my head. And it was Michelle Tipton that was like, you know, you really need to dig deep, and you need to decide why you did this. Did you do this because of your person that quit? Are they your reason, or what's your reason, you know? And I had to take some time out for a couple months, and I kind of told my team, like, I just need time out. And I had to think about it. And I realized as my team members, you know, started reaching out to me, and even at my year mark, I think in August is when I enrolled Rachel. And I was at that point, I was still excited. Things were still, I had come back up and decided, no, it's okay. I still have Allison working. I still have people working. I can do this. And I found Rachel. And she was this scared little thing, you know. And I love her. She as a great person, but I'm like, I don't think she's my runner because she's too scared. And so, but I still poured into her. I still helped her, which goes to show, don't ever prejudge who is going to be your runner, ever. But she stayed right by my side, just like a toddler. She asked for my help, and she kept working, and I'm like, okay, I have somebody else to work with now. And so I just kept working and working and working, and then year mark, went to conference, and we were on fire again, and we were going to conquer the world, and things were going to be great. And then I promoted to double diamond, and then then those dots start creeping in your head again. You're like, I'm exhausted. It was a different thing this time. This time it was like, I'm exhausted. I have 5 kids. This is so hard. This is not what I thought, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't really until I guess that was my year mark, not my 2-year mark. It was my year mark that I started having those kind of doubts. Anyway, so that's when I really started watching videos and deciding that I need to change the way I think. And once I started doing that, just taking that extra 5 to 10 minutes a day, like when things go up, and things will go up and down in your business, you guys, I promise it will. It will. You'll be having the highest of highs, and then you will have the lowest of lows. And if you don't have your tank full of good stuff during those low moments, you will quit. You honestly will. There has to be something pushing you, your why. So I'm a firm believer in these now. I have shifted to be, I'm a visual person, and I'm learning that about myself. And so, and I know Allison posted this. I don't know if everybody's on the Conspicuous Heroes page that's here. Not everybody is. But on her page, she talked about creating a dream board. And it's funny because last year I was watching Good Things Utah. Good things can happen at Good Things Utah. And they had this guy there that is like big on dream boards. And so he came with like this binder, this 3-ring binder full of pages of things that he had put in there that he would look at every day, and almost everything that he would stare at became a reality, and he would put it in this binder. And it was like chock full of things, from like little things to like a new camera to like bigger things like a big trip for his family, things like that. And so it was like fascinating to me. I just sat there like just like this, staring at the TV, so fascinated. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start being a believer in dream boards. This is my second dream board, I have to tell you guys. So we just created this one, but last year we had my family. We had other little things like finish our basement, and my daughter making a soccer team, and getting a new iPad and an iPhone. And we had like little different things like that with my kids that we had put on there. We had Disney World. We had flying an airplane, things like that. Pay off credit card debt. And I will tell you, 3/4 of the things that was on that board are gone. They were accomplished. And not everything is because of it works. This is the cool thing. It's funny how when things go out into the universe, they just, if you really focus on them, don't ask me how it happens. It just happens. Things just fall into place and it comes about. So, so the other thing that one of the big things that they really wanted was a Disney World trip. My kids have never been on an airplane. They've never been to Disneyland. They've never been to Disney World. Nothing like that. No theme parks hardly. I don't think they've been to Lagoon. So we put that on there, and then I'm telling you guys a little secret. Nobody tell my kids. Nobody tell my kids. But just a couple months ago, I bought airline tickets for my whole family to go to Disney World, and we're spending 8 days there in October. So. And that is because of this business. That is because of this business. I'm solely using my commission checks to pay for Disney World. And I think, like, so it's here. Me and my husband, we want to get a family trailer. I put emotions, words that would make a difference in your life. Like, what your dreams, accomplishing your dreams will do for you. Like, peace of mind gives me options. You know, it makes it happier. Put the words on there, too, so that they can sink into your mind and into your heart, too. But I'm a firm believer in these, so I want you guys, please go home. These are so cheap at Walmart. Go get one. Go get a board. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it, or even, and put things on there that will mean something to you, and look at them. And when you're having those moments where you're questioning if you can keep going, where you're having distributors quit, or you're having a hard time finding people, or you just feel like you're just having too much going on in your life, you don't know how you're going to find time for the business, pull this out and look at it, and reflect and remember. And actually, you shouldn't have to pull it out. It should be in a place that's so easy to see. And I've been reading books and watching videos, and I really truly do feel like your mind is more powerful than you think it is. Really, it is. And I think if you think negative thoughts, if you think, I will never have money, we will never get out of our situation, this company, I will never be diamond, if you keep telling yourself that, even though you're like all pumped up and out loud, you're saying, yes, I will, and you like get into the hype of everything, but if your subconscious is thinking, no, I won't, if you haven't retrained your subconscious, that will overpower your conscious mind. So you want to train your subconscious to think differently, and the way you do that is videos and books and information. That's what feeds your subconscious. So I want you guys to do 2 things this week. Promise me that you will watch a motivational video, and I feel like for me, the emotion that these kind of videos put inside of you is even more powerful than reading a book sometimes. So take time to watch it. Find a video. Just Google it on YouTube. Find a video that will speak to you and watch it. They're usually only 5 minutes long, 5 to 10 minutes long.
You're good when they give you goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah. So find ones like that will create emotion in you. And tag them if they're your favorite ones. Save them. Copy it onto your notes or whatever your phone. Save it so that if you really need it, what's that?
So you can always give somebody else later.
Also, you can share it with your teams when they're struggling. So take your time to do that, and then you want to stay plugged into the team things that are going on with the company. Like, if you have not followed Mike Patillo, Pam Souter, people like that, follow them, because they are full of positivity. So much positive stuff comes out of their mouth. You don't see nothing negative come on their feeds. And listen to the conference call, the Sunday and Monday calls. And if you go into your eSuites and hit on calendar, or you can go to myitworksevents.com. If you missed it,
on the front page, it's right on there.
Yeah, on your events.
Don't log in the dashboard.
Yeah,
on your page when you go to your
events.
Just where you go into log in. Say if you're like a customer or distributor signing up.
Yeah.
There's an events opposite of the login, there's events.
Oh, on the other side.
Yep.
Okay.
So
You
just
click on that,
Yep.
and they'll have all of the.
calls. They're recorded.
The calls?
Okay. They're recorded. So listen to them because then you'll get to hear other people's stories. Everybody's journey is different. This is what I want to touch on before we stop, and then we'll be done. Everybody's journey is different. Do not compare yourself. Please don't compare yourself. It's like the evilest thing you could do, in my opinion, because everybody starts the business in a different spot. Some people have skills already embedded in them from their professions or from like life experiences that maybe you haven't had to experience yet, so you don't have those skills yet. And you have to learn those skills that they've already learned so they can take off faster than you can while you're still learning. But you will take off. You will. You'll have your time that you will fly if you allow it to happen and just have those ebbs and flows. But if you are always looking to the left, you're always looking to the right, how can you look forward? You can't. So, and if you can't look forward, then how are you going to build yourself and build your business? You have to keep looking forward. Don't look back. The past does not matter. Do not look back. Don't look left. Don't look right. Just look straight forward with your eye on your goal and work towards it, and you'll reach it. And that's all I have to say. And I love you guys. Yes. Oh, yeah. My second task besides the videos is do your dream board. Please do your dream board. And look at it every single day. And everybody's dream boards will be different, I hope. We are not all clones. Everybody's dream boards will be different, but put things like visual things and emotional things that will change the way you feel as a person, and that'll help you feel better inside about you as a person. So I love you guys. You guys are an amazing team. It's been such a joy for me to get to know you guys and be on a journey with you guys. And like I think to myself all the time, man, I would never know the people I know right now if I did not do this. Like the relationships I'm building and the people, the caliber of people that are coming across my path now are making me a better person. And so for that, I'm grateful. And I think you guys are great. Let's make this awesome next summer. Let's not let summer slow us down. I know it can. I let it sometimes sleep in because my kids are home all day long and they drive me crazy. But let's there's no reason why. I promoted in May. My diamond promoted in June. There's no reason why we can't still promote during these months that are slower. No reason at all. So have your goals, write them down, look at them, and go to work. Yep. And we'll be here for questions. We'll be here for tough days that you have. Well, we all have those days where we want to quit. And that's when you call your upline and you talk to them. Please don't tell your team that. Don't tell your downline, I quit, I'm done, because then that's not going to make them want to keep working either. So it's okay to have the moments. And I talk about mine now because I'm past that point. But when I was in the heat of it, I wasn't calling my people saying, you guys, I'm toast. I'm so done. I'm so tired. It's after the fact that when you get past that point that you can share your journey with people so that people know it's real. Leaders don't just become leaders and never doubt themselves and never have hard moments and struggles and whatever. So it's just what you do with those moments that counts. So just make sure you keep going. Anybody else have anything they want to share?
Anybody on the screen?
Hi.
No, did they say
no viewers. 0 viewers.
It's recorded.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Thanks, guys.